On our way back from Lisbon, our last flight to London was cancelled. The next flight was 12 hours and £500 later. And now the question is, were we gonna let that sour this trip? The obvious answer is no.
Yeah, not to go at this flight anymore.
No, we just want refund. We'll get a refund.
You okay?
This was the time that we went to Lisbon for a weekend. We weren't going to be staying long because we were just here for the vibes and the food and the culture, plus Hannah's already been here and she really wanted to show me how amazing the food was, as well as how cool the trams looked. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I was also here just to capture this one shot that I've been seeing all over social media, and I want to try it out for myself. More on that a little later. Also for this shot, other than for the pure reason of getting this shot, I actually have no reason why we took cash out, because Lisbon's a very card-friendly city. And of course, we had to go find a really cool coffee shop and get some coffee to start the day.
You know, people always ask how I get the confidence to just leave my camera in a road like this, right? People always ask how I get the confidence, but I was just like, screw it. If people jack my camera, I'm ready to run. But sometimes you have to do it for the shot, it's worth it.
And I can confirm the coffee was amazing, but mostly Hannah's matcha.
Yo, that is some really good matcha. Oh, sorry, I'm gonna drink your drink the whole time. This is good, can we swap?
After fueling up on coffee, we now had the energy to just walk around the city. We were blessed with really good weather on the first day, so in typical Paolo and Hannah fashion, we just walked around the city taking the best shots that we can take. We then found the famous road where there's this tram that goes uphill. And now that was the shot that I wanted, but there was just so many things going on and so much stuff getting in the way that I didn't think I was actually gonna get the shot.
Okay, so we've been on this alleyway for like 20 minutes now, trying to wait for that perfect tram shot. There's been like that 2 trams that came by, but every time it's come by, there's been a car or people that's gone across the frame. That's kind of ruined it, but I ain't mad because it's not really my shot or my street to ruin. At the same time, there's another one in like 5 minutes, so I might wait. And maybe that's what you gotta learn, patience, because I may just cut to the perfect shot. We got it, ladies.
At the bottom of that same hill, I then saw this very fitting sign.
It's actually really funny that I saw the sticker that said don't give up, just as I was talking about patience. So as you can see, I got the shot and I turned around and there was this alleyway where the tram goes up. Perfect.
But yeah, honestly, for me personally, that was my trip fulfilled, as that was my money shot. Also, speaking of signs, I just saw the number 50 everywhere, which was very fitting as I was soon going to be starting the 50 and 50 challenge. We then just sat down to have some drinks and some light lunch to celebrate our first lunch in Lisbon.
All right, so we've just finished lunch and I totally forgot to record. And look, I totally just spilt like this orange sauce on me, and I always do that. I'm always wearing white and I'm always just such a mess. But yeah, lunch was good and now we're just gonna walk around. Now that we're refueled, we got energy and sun's kind of gone, but like I said, who cares?
We then decided to go to the local flea market, which was quite a miles away and also pretty steep uphill. But if you've been following our travel diaries right now, you know we love to walk and also sometimes get overly ambitious, but in the end, for us, it's always worth it. It's here where you really get to take in the sights and just see life happening as it is. So it was just really cool going down the back roads. Going to markets have been one of mine and Hannah's favorite things recently, especially when it's abroad. Honestly, it's just so cool seeing all the different things that people are selling and just knowing that there's so much story behind every item being sold and so much more story yet to be written when a person buys it. Also, the people of Lisbon are really good with their ceramics. If only we didn't have a weight limit, we probably would have brought a bunch back home because there was just a lot of great pieces for a fair price.
We finally made it to the top. I realized I need to do more cardio because going uphill was hard, but it's worth it because we've got a wonderful coastal view. We're kind of looking at the cruise ship right now. Firstly, I don't really know how big cruise ships are. It's about like freaking 4 stories, four blocks.
Also, I consider myself a pretty good Instagram boyfriend, but here's Hannah being a really great Instagram girlfriend. Taking pictures of each other is something that we've always loved doing.
Am I your model? Oh, that's beautiful. It's almost turned in. There she goes. Cheers to non-alcoholic drinks and tarts.
Shout out to Hannah for being the best travel planner, because she's always so good at finding these amazing spots and places for us to check out. Because honestly, I'm just here for the vibes. Plus, she's also pretty humble.
I'm doing all the work. I'm finding all these places, man.
Because I'm not picky, I'll go to McDonald's.
After a long way back from the market to the main square, we then went back to the hotel to freshen up and get ready for the evening. We then saw a lot of people just walking down the promenade, so we decided to do what the locals do. And then we ended up at this really cool market where there was a lot of like reggaeton music and just good vibes. And of course, we had to get some sangria, which was in these massive cups.
Vibes. Cheers. What is this? Is this like Portuguese Oktoberfest?
The winter, innit?
It's giving like Brazilian party, isn't it? Sick. What's your favourite part so far? The day.
Of the day.
Yeah, okay, cool. What's your favourite part of the day so far?
What do we do again? I don't remember.
You're drunk already that you don't remember. We walked around, ate, seeing everything.
Where did we walk again?
To the market, to your...
Yeah, we went to see the tram. And then the flea market. That was pretty fun. I like the flea market. I mean, we didn't buy anything, but it was nice.
I think it's nice.
Yeah, just walking around. It's nice.
Nice to walk around. Don't you just love walkable cities, especially when people walk across your camera like that. Alright, so evening time now. We were gonna walk to the bridge just to kind of see what it was like down there, but it's probably a good hour walk. But then we run into this kind of like, I think it's like Oktoberfest, but made kind of like spicy Portuguese. It's vibes, so we're just drinking sangria, getting crunk, and yeah, see where the evening takes us. Yeah, so right now a lot of stuff here kind of like opens really late. Like they open around 8, and right now it's just 7:30, so we're just trying to waste time, kill time, vibes before we decide where to eat. We're not too sure. Where are we gonna eat? Don't know. Good food. We'll just get drunk and then eat anything. Yeah.
Okay, so it's day 2, and I didn't really record after those final scenes last night because we went out to dinner, but then I thought the dinner was gonna be like mid because we normally have a bad track record with kind of first night dinners, so I wasn't expecting much, so I decided to leave my camera at home because me and Hannah were getting lit, had a bit too much sangrias, cut to Hannah sipping on that sangria. So yeah, I didn't bring my camera, but the food was actually surprisingly good. The steak was well done. Well, not like the steak was well made, but the steak was medium rare. But it was good, and Hannah's salmon was fucking amazing. I can't swear, shit. And Hannah's salmon was also pretty amazing. And yeah, I was kind of bummed that I didn't bring my camera, so that's another learning lesson. Just take it with me wherever. But today is day 2. Forecast says that it's gonna be raining, so we have low expectations today, but we're gonna walk around, go to the Berlin Tower, get some of the best natas apparently in the whole city. And yeah, low expectations, so everything's always gonna be better. Oh my god, imagine I wasn't recording.
For the morning, we then decided to go to Belém. Belém is an area just outside of Lisbon Center, and here they have the famous Pastel de Belém, which was apparently better than Pastel de Nata. And that's something we've learned. Nata is actually a place, so any pasté made here isn't called a pasté de nata, it's a pasté de Belém. But yeah, the more you know, plus the server corrected us like really harshly.
Alright, so we finally made it to Pastel de Belém. We probably waited in line for like 20 minutes. It was pretty busy, but the line keeps moving and moving. As you can see, it's a massive spot. We went through like 5 rooms before we got to this one. But apparently this is the best pastel. I'm not going to say the nata, because guys, it's not pastel de nata. The nata is a place. This is pastel de Belém. Yeah, apparently it's the best one in the area, so I'm excited to try it. We got a bunch of stuff. We had to get the pastel, and then we had to get like a bunch of other savory meat dishes, which is amazing. We're just waiting it for now. Yeah, and we're just waiting it for now, so hungry.
Everything here was actually really good, and we totally understand the hype. Also, here is when I realized there was a sort of difference, though I'm not sure if this was the batch that we had, but I feel like pastel de nata, the top was a bit crispier and more sugary, but here the one in Belém was a bit more milkier and softer. But both taste amazing regardless, and it's one of the main reasons we went to Lisbon, because I'm totally obsessed. And then just our luck when it came to traveling this year, there was rain, and it started raining hard. So we couldn't actually do much walking when we were around Belém, because even though we had an umbrella, the wind was also really harsh. But the views of the bridge was still beautiful, and I honestly couldn't get enough of it.
Mainframe.
We then headed over to the LX factory, which looks like a factory that was repurposed with new shops, bars and restaurants. And Hannah even found this really cool thing where it was like a projector and a puppet show at the same time. And she was taken into her own little tour of Lisbon.
As you can see, the weather has finally cleared. We just came from the LX factory, which was kind of like some hipster Shoreditch type thing. Yeah, now we're just walking to the bridge. Now it's sunny. Hannah's watching the camera. And yeah, I feel like this is kind of like the Portuguese equivalent of Dumbo. You can see. Now I'm gonna walk back. But yeah, we got some Aperol. We're gonna be walking back to the bridge. Riverside, waterside, lakeside, whatever it is. But yeah.
The weather then got better, so with an Aperol in hand, we decided to go walk back to the bridge and see what it looks like with clear blue skies and sun. It was honestly so cool seeing a bridge at this scale, as it just makes everything look so much grander. And I honestly wish we had bridges this big back in London. After taking in the sights, we then had to go all the way back to Lisbon since we had a reservation at this restaurant called Oficina, which was apparently really good and again, really booked up.
So, we've got lunch booked at, is it La Oficina? But yeah, we've got lunch booked at Oficina, but it's at 6:30, so that's why we got some more sangria. Just trying to kill time, but apparently Oficina is like really, really good. That's why I had to book it. So I'm excited. I bought my camera for dinner this time around, unlike last night where I didn't. But yeah, we'll update you guys.
And yep, can confirm the food here was amazing. The reservations for this place goes up pretty quick, so I definitely recommend trying to book this place in advance, just so you can try out the amazing food, and our favorite was this octopus. And like, honestly, so far in Lisbon, we hadn't had any bad food, and proper cements the fact that Lisbon is a great food city. And it was our best decision to have this for our last dinner here. After one last opening curtain shot, it was our final day in Lisbon. We were flying tonight around 7 PM, so we only really had half a day before we had to go to the airport. And of course, we had to end it with good food for lunch. We went to this place called Leve Leve, which was actually suggested by a good friend Keith. And yo, this food was honestly the best food of the trip, and we literally had the best to last. The sardines here was so amazing that it made Hannah go back to the sardine shop to buy some more sardines to bring back. But yeah, our whole plateau was an amazing end to Lisbon. And yeah, that pretty much concludes the trip. And as you can see, everything about Lisbon being so amazing is the reason why we can't let a cancelled flight let us down. And now I know I said I was going to end on a happy note, but I just really wanted to share the story about our cancelled flight. Because low-key, I was kind of excited because it was my first ever cancelled flight, hopefully the last, but it was going to be good vlog content. So basically, a flight got cancelled because they were taking ages, and then we had to book new flights back with another airline.
Okay.
Oh, so we just have to go out the airport and then back
Yes.
in? Okay, got you.
And since we're going with another airline, we had to go back out of security to get our bags, which ended up getting lost. There was a bunch of people just being so stressed and frustrated because there was honestly talks about us never getting our bags back here and we'd have to inquire once we're back in the UK. But luckily, a stressful 2.5 hours later, we finally found our bags. But we couldn't relax just yet because the security gates were still closed and we had to wait till 3:30 before we were able to go back in and relax to wait for our flight.
Well, here we are. It is now 2 a.m. Our flight was supposed to leave at 7 p.m. and we only just got out of the airport after the whole shambles of trying to rebook our flights, trying to get our bags, trying to go through security, and now the security gates are closed, which probably won't open till like 3 a.m. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, a whole 7 or so hours later, we are here, back in square one. We basically just rebooked the flights back to Heathrow on a whole different airlines because we are not effing with FlightApp anymore. We went to BA, which is like about 500 something pounds we paid, but hopefully we're going to be reimbursed and refunded and compensated because, yeah. Finally made it back in. Finally back for security, but now it's still another like 4 hours till our flight. So.
And luckily, we managed to catch our flight at 7 a.m. with no cancellations and on time. So shout out BA. And that basically concludes the story there. A crazy end to the trip that won't overshadow the amazing time that we had in the beautiful city of Lisbon. Until next time.
I'm gonna slide down.
I'm not worried about the paycheck. Big smile, cheesed up, can't fake it. I keep my friends non-toxic. No drama in my life and I like it. Nothing's gonna get me down. Floating higher than this puffy cloud.